Jason from Pro Guitar Studio. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at getting started with bar chords. Now, if you've never played a bar chord before, this might be hard to play what I'm playing here right away. But the whole goal is to give you one sort of shape to work with to get your fingers moving and moving between bar chords. And that's really going to help build your strength up, even if you can't play in time with this. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right over here and we'll sort of talk about the chords that I'm using. So for this particular piece, I'm only using one hand shape. Now, we'll call this based on the A minor open chord and the E. And you'll see that the shape of those fingers, we're doing, let's say, the regular E chord and A minor, it's the same, we're just on different strings. So that's sort of what I'm going by here. Now the first chord we're going to play is a B minor bar chord. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place my first finger on the second fret all the way from the fifth string down to the first string. But because we're eventually using the sixth string, you can feel free to also use all six strings just to make it easier on your first finger, on your index finger, okay? Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my middle finger on string number 2 on the 3rd fret, and my ring finger and pinky finger on the middle 2 strings, so strings 4 and 3 on the 4th fret. Now if we play this from the 5th string down, it makes a B minor chord. It's based off that A minor shape, right? We're just moving up that open position here. If you've never played this before, you might not find you can even make that sound yet, or you might find that you can't even make that sound yet, okay? So what I'm playing here, the B minor might sound like that. And that's totally okay. You're just trying to do this incrementally to slowly build the strength up in your fingers to do this. Now the only people that I've seen that can't do bar chords are those who haven't practiced them, okay? So if you practice your bar chords, you will get them. So the biggest thing you have to keep in mind is practice these every day, even if it's for like a minute or two. Every time you grab a guitar, make sure you hold that shape in your hand. That's how you're going to make that more comfortable and build the strength in your fingers, okay? So our first chord is B minor. And if you've played a bar chord before and you sort of play around and you want to get to the point right now of actually improving your skills, moving between these chords, this exercise is great. So we're going to go from B minor, and I'm going to play this as a quarter note, and I'm going to do a rest for an 8th note after that. 1, 2, 3, so 1 and 2, and I'm just going to hit the strings to rest it. Then I'm going to go to a G chord. So what we're going to do, we're going to move our hand over 1 fret to the 3rd fret, and lift up your ring, pinky, and middle fingers. Now we have a G chord. Should also mention on that B minor chord, if you play all 6 strings, it sounds totally fine. It's not like it will sound bad. So if we do the B minor like this versus this, it's a fuller version of that B minor, has a lower 5th in the bottom. I personally love to do that, so feel free to do that if you'd like to, okay? And then you go to the G chord, right? Again, so 3rd fret, 5th, 5th, 4th. You want to check each note just to make sure they're ringing out. If at first it's like, that's okay, so just keep that in mind. It's totally fine to have that at first. Just try to get it half the way there for now. All right, now we're going to take this same shape on the G chord and slide it all the way down to fret number 10. So that same shape, 10, 12, 12, 11, 10, 10. It can be a little more awkward. You can angle the guitar a little further out from your body, like a 45-degree angle. You can lift up the fretboard. Whole range of things you can do to try to get in there. If you need to put on your left leg, that's cool too. So it's our D chord. All right, so we had our B minor to start, G, and rest after that G again. I should have mentioned that. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that G chord lasts for a beat and a half, and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm resting on beat number 4. Going to D, we're going to go 1 and 2, and we're going to slide down to the 5th fret, okay? So fret number 5 is an A chord. We're going to play 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to do the same thing again, but instead of a D, we're going to switch it up. So we're going to go B minor, G. We're going to switch back to that B minor shape, but on fret number 7. So we have 7 on the 5th string. 7, 9, 9, 8, 7. That's our E minor. And again, if you want to hit all 6 strings, totally fine. So E minor, and then back to A, which is our 4th chord. So slide back 2 frets, and lift your fingers up 1 set of strings. So keep in mind, these 3 fingers, the whole goal is to make them a team, okay? So before we do other shapes, other bar chord shapes for your fingers, try to get that as a team. As I move, those fingers, especially my ring and pinky, maintain the same kind of relationship to each other, move together as a team. You see, as I move move, they don't jump around, right? I'm keeping my fingers on the strings and sliding them up and down. All right, so we have the B minor, G, D, A, B minor, G, E minor, A. Back to B minor, G, D, A. Then we're going to go to E minor, so fret number 7 on the 5th string. I'm going to do this one twice. E minor, then back to the G twice. So again, that E minor is 7, 9, 9, 8, 7, starting from the 5th string. And the G was 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, starting from the 6th string. From the beginning, E minor, G, D, A, B minor, G, E minor, A, B minor, G, D, A, E minor, E minor, G. All right, so those are the chords. Now, I played a little bit of an improvisation after, and that was just using the same scale we're sort of pulling from, B minor. So if you wanted to just play around with that and have some fun, B minor pentatonic is really simple. From the 7th fret, string number 6, 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10, or the full B natural minor scale, which is what I was pulling from there. That's 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10. All right, so there you have it, some nice practice for your bar chords. Just keep in mind, like I said, this is an incremental process, so take your time with it. Just make sure you keep doing it. Don't give up on this. You will get your bar chord shapes down. If you have questions about this, please let me know in the comments below. And if you like videos like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more like this each week, and I'll see you very soon.